Alright guys, excuse the mess, but I have a little update to do for you. Not necessarily the good type too. Yeah, we might have had a little predicament occur to us in the process of tuning the new carburetor for the frickin' hot air intake and the exhaust. So, I don't know. It wasn't necessarily my fault. I guess you could say it was probably the previous owner that did it, that sold it to the guy that I got it from. But let's just say we got a little bit of a knocking going on in the other motor. I'll show you guys over here. That's where she's sitting now. It's still a good block, there's nothing wrong with that, and it just started getting a little bit of rod knock. But why was it getting rod knock, you may ask? Well, this is why. Alright, so I was tuning the carburetor. It was running really rich for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a little bit rich with this fatter jet and emulsion tube. So I couldn't figure it out. So I figured, well, maybe I just have a little bit too much back pressure on the old exhaust that I was using. So I drilled a hole through it, so it's pretty much just a straight through now. And right when I got that done, fired it up again, and out of the blue, it just started knock, 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 knock. Yep. She got the infamous rod knock from what? I don't know. Well, that's not true. I know it happened, but was it my fault? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was the previous owner's fault because let's just say there was a loose rod bolt. Just finger tight. Definitely about to yeet out of that crank and then make some serious damage in that block. So I'm like, well, what do I do here? Do I rebuild it? Or do I just say screw it and buy a whole new one? The cost of a rebuild kit is like $115. You get the billet parts, so it would handle a little bit more higher RPM, but you don't know if it's going to last that long because you're using an older block now. So if the block goes out then, for whatever reason, either just warpage or valve train issue or something else, probably further down the line would happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fully disassemble this motor and have it for a parts motor for now, or later on we'll do another build with it. I'll leave that up to you guys. What should I do with it? Should I just scrap it, or should I save it and do something else with it? It's up to you, because I really don't care at this point. Right now it's just scrap metal and spare parts. Over here now, and I'll show you what I got. I got a brand new Predator 212 from my mom, because she works up there at the good old Harbor Freight, for the same price, actually cheaper than the rebuild kit. So I said, screw it, we're just gonna do it. That way I have a fresh motor to start off with. I can be sure it's gonna be pretty much perfect. I mean, of course it's not gonna be perfect, nothing's perfect, but it'll be as close to perfect as you can get, basically. So now what I did was I just took the same thing I did with the other one, took the gas tank off, pulled the jet, put the new jet in, took the air box off, put my air filter on, the same shit everyone does. And then what I did differently was, since this one still has the governor, I just reversed the spring, so that way it's always pulling back, and you can work the throttle. And I just have the throttle attached to it through that little cable end clamp, and then that just runs onto the throttle plate, and that's what holds the cable down. Pretty basic. Works pretty good though. Exhaust. Definitely a lot louder now. That's just straight pipe. Who would have thought, right? But basically I just cut it off there, and this was the section of pipe that was on the end of the muffler that I used. Sitting over there now. So that was the end that was on the other side from whatever exhaust that was off of. I don't remember exactly. So I just welded that onto there. Now it's a nice little back sweep and shoot down, I guess. It definitely makes it a little bit more comfortable up here. A lot less heat. I'm probably still going to put like a heat shield on it. Probably the same one that was on the muffler now that I don't need it on there. So I'll just put that there, and that'll keep some of the heat off my butt. And then I definitely need to put a muffler on it, so I don't know if I'm going to use that one again. But it's pretty big and ugly sitting at the end of this, so I don't know if I'm going to chop this again and then put that on, or if I'm just going to find something else. That'll be the next thing I figure out, but for now we got a good running motor. Just got done breaking it in. Well, at least doing the first break-in cycles. I still haven't been able to do the full driving break-in yet, but I got the startup break-in done, and it runs pretty good. I didn't think these 212s were that peppy, but they're pretty peppy. It'll definitely have enough pep to get this little drift trike scooting. But anyways, I just wanted to update you guys on that little predicament I had. Sadly, the OG motor will have to be a parts motor now, or we'll save it for another build. Like I said, I'll leave that up to you guys. But for now, thanks for clicking. Hope you enjoyed the little update I did. I'm going to try to make it pretty short so it's not too long and boring, but we'll see what I do, I guess. For now, I'm just going to put my axle back on and still wait on those parts. Should be here next week. If not, we're getting them ourselves. Because I am tired of waiting now. Especially now that we got a motor that runs good. I'm all types of amped up now. So, alright, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you in the next one.